We all know the story of Mulan, a girl who dressed up as a man to serve her country. However, what if I was to tell you that that story hit a little bit closer to home? This is the story of who Kathy Williams was and what she did to shake up the world in the gender separation in the Army. Kathy Williams was born in Independence, Missouri in 1842. Independence, Missouri is a small town right underneath Jefferson City. She then went to Jefferson City to work as a slave under William Jefferson. As usual, she worked on a plantation, and it was very grueling work. And until finally the Civil War era, when the Union soldiers went and had a big fight at Jefferson City, and they retook the city. According to the 2002 book, Slave Girl to Buffalo Soldier by Thomas Philip Tucker, he talks about how Kathy saw these Union soldiers walking around in the streets and really idolized them for being heroes to the country and what they did to serve their country in the Army. When the Union took over Jefferson City, they made some women join the Army, and she was happy to do it. However, she was joining the Army as a cook and cleaner, women's roles back then in the Army. However, she didn't want to do this. She wanted to serve her country better, to be a soldier. However, social norms stopped her from doing that, and because of gender separation in the Army, and girls were not allowed to serve in the Army back then. This is according to the 2004 book, Huey Toon, Remembering the Slave Girl. She went all over Shenandoah Valley to Virginia, to Louisiana, St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis, New Orleans, Louisiana, and up in Virginia, in Richmond. This is according to legendsofamerica.com 2020, Kathy Weiser. She enlisted in the Army in 1986 when she decided that she wanted to enlist, so she dressed up as a man named William Caffey and joined the 38th U.S. Infantry of Indiana. As this infantry, she made sure she served her country well, and this is according to Sarah Epler Jordan 2002 article entitled Mythologizing Kathy Williams. Kathy Williams went all over the South again, serving her country. She went from Fort Kyle in Kansas, which is right by Topeka, to Fort Harper, to New Mexico, around in the New Mexico area, and then Fort Sumner, which is right about here, for 8 months, and when she fought against certain people. However, the intense heat and typhoid and other illnesses like that back in the day finally got to her, and she became sick. And when she went to the hospital, and they found out that she was a girl, so she was discharged from the Army on October 14th, 1868. Unfortunately, after that, she went from job to job as a cook and a cleaner, but she never really found her true passion like she did in the Army. Unfortunately, she died in 1893. Kathy Williams, as a soldier, as a Buffalo soldier, can really show us how, if we want to follow our dreams, we can. However, this more importantly shows the breaking of social norms and gender barriers. How she was a former slave, a black former slave, and a woman black foreign slave. Yet she broke all those barriers and decided to join the Union Army. This shows us how, if we really are passionate about something and we really want to do something, how we shouldn't let social barriers and social norms and other barriers that we're born with really stop us from what we want to do. Finally, I found this quote very interesting. In the words of George S. Walton Jr., "The Army is just as good as its soldiers. The soldiers is just as good as its best army." And I think that best army and those best soldiers, one of those soldiers is Kathy Williams. Thank you, and have a good day.